Hi, this is Iris the Vampirist. You're probably wondering what I'm doing with this Les Miserables image, but I just wanted to do a review on comparing Les Miserables highlights from the motion picture soundtrack. I managed to get it on iTunes, but this is Amazon. It has many of the songs from the movie, such as Look Down, The Bishop, Valjean's Soliloquy, or whatever that word is. At the End of the Day, I Dreamed a Dream, The Confrontation, Castle on a Cloud, and so on, as you can see. However, it's missing a few songs which I'm well aware of, but don't let that stop you. Many people have complained about where is Do You Hear the People Sing, but it's actually found in the epilogue, in other words, in the ending. I'm guessing that since they sang it multiple times, there was no need to bring it back for a separate song, but I could be wrong. As far as Little Drops of Rain, I've heard a lot of complaints on iTunes and stuff. I got this album on iTunes for 16 something. And there were a lot of complaints that there wasn't Little Drops of Rain, which was the song that Eponine sang. Well, if you're that much of a complainer, then I would suggest that you buy this album, the Broadway cast recording, because it does have it on there. Also, another song that was missing from the highlights was Lovely Ladies. I don't consider that a major song, but then again, to other people it might be wrong. It might be a major song to some people, but to me it isn't. Another one that wasn't on the list for the highlights was the song that Scout Roche, or Gavroche, or whatever his name was, I forget. But his song was Little People. I thought it was a cute song, but it wasn't a major song, and once again, trying to think. Come to Me never made the list, to my knowledge, on the highlights, which was when Fantine was seeing the last of her life, which was a tear-jerking moment, believe me. I saw the movie and I bawled my eyes out at that moment. Once again, it is on the Broadway version, but same with Lovely Ladies. Who Am I never made the highlights. That one disappointed me that it didn't make the highlights. Maybe, maybe it's somewhere in one of the other songs embedded somewhere, but then again, I haven't listened all the way through, so I guess I could go either way. I would not let these missing songs stop you from buying the highlights, but just the same, it's up to you. I thought the vast majority of the singing voices were great. Like Jean Valjean was awesome. Cosette was awesome, both the child version and the adult version. Eponine, same thing, just to name a few. Javert disappointed me, and I'm sorry to all you Russell Crowe fans, but I thought his voice was a little weak, but to each their own. I would highly suggest that before you make judgmental calls about the quality of the singing, go see the movie. The orchestrations were great. The singing wasn't bad, except for maybe one or two people. Actually, the Trinidades, or whatever their names were called, Trinidades, they kind of disappointed me, as well as Javert. But other than that, I would say go see the movie. You'll be you'll be amazed how good the movie is, but you might want to bring some tissues. Personally, it was one of the best movies I've ever seen. And I'm a musical goer at heart. I grew up going to musicals with my parents. But the photography for the movie was incredible as far as the camera views. So far, I'm enjoying the Highlights album, but I also bought the I also bought the Broadway version on iTunes. That was about $18 total. I wanted to compare them because I had seen the musical first, but not the original cast. The original cast for the Broadway version was great. I thought that Jean Valjean was a little older than what he should have been. But once again, I guess that's just my opinion. The movie is well worth seeing. If you haven't seen it already, I highly recommend it. But be careful because there is blood. There is a lot of violence with the shootings during the war at the barricade. Also, you will cry, like I said before. And if you're one of those religious people, then the part in Look Down where it says Sweet Jesus doesn't care, I wouldn't let that bother you because it's just part of the lyrics. I mean, I understand if you're offended. I know it's kind of offensive to a lot of people, but considering the hardships that a lot of the characters went through, it's like, it's somewhat understandable. Anyway, I hope you'll take my consideration, but if you're not, then you're missing out. So, alright, thanks for watching.